I've been waiting.
Journalism. It's one of the oldest professions known to man, and in this modern time, it is more important than ever. As a student at the Meek School of Journalism, you can count on receiving a superior education both in and out of the classroom. With bachelor and master degrees in journalism and integrated marketing communications, the classroom experience is one of the best in the nation. With internships, classroom work components, and the S. Scale Dinley Student Media Center, you will know what it is like to experience print, broadcast, marketing, and public relations firsthand. So sit back, relax, and get an overview of what the next 4 years of your life, the best 4 years of your life, are going to be like. Behind the scenes are professors who have worked in some pretty impressive places, including ABC, NBC, ESPN, the New York Times, USA Today, the Washington Post, Better Homes and Gardens, and more. Other big names in journalism industry have served as guest professors and speakers, including Dan Rather, Bob Guccione, and most recently, Shepard Smith. The experienced professors and curricula offered by the journalism school will train you for a successful career in the communications field. One such professor, Curtis Wilkie, a graduate of Ole Miss in 1963, was an international correspondent for the Boston Globe for 25 years and recently published a best-selling book titled Fall of the House of Zeus.
Write another book, and suddenly this amazing story sort of fell in my lap, as it did the Oxford community in 2007 when Dick Scruggs, one of the most prominent trial lawyers in America, was arrested. He eventually pleaded guilty to a conspiracy in a bribery case involving a state circuit court judge.
Yeah, and now every campus I go to, rooms like this, people are interested. How do I get into it? I have a lot of parents come in and say, my daughter really wants to do what you're doing. What should I tell her? I said, study medicine. Become a doctor. It's tough. I think especially for those who want to get into the broadcast piece of it, that they should remember that there are 1,000 jobs behind the scenes for everyone on the air. And there's more job security in those jobs behind the scenes than there are for the people who are on the air.
Students at the Meek School of Journalism have long been at the top of their game when it comes to awards and competitions. Students have placed and won awards in some of the most prestigious state, regional, and national competitions. Most recently, the Robert F. Kennedy Award was given to the semester-long documentary produced by a group of 12 students reporting on the Mississippi Delta.
All these good-looking women fishing after me.
And Luther is the historian of the Mississippi Delta when it comes to blues and civil rights.
Fishing after me. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well, well. Oh well, well. Oh well, well. Oh well, well.
At the award-winning Meek School of Journalism, the lesson doesn't just stop in the classroom. it also goes out into the real world. Journalism students have the chance to work on campus at the Student Media Center, as well as intern in places around the Oxford area, the country, and even the world. Through these internships, students receive real-life experience working in magazines, newspapers, television, radio, marketing, and public relations. One of the most recent opportunities afforded Ole Miss journalism students was the chance to take a class and work with Fox News anchor Shepard Smith. Students reported on flooding in the state while flying over devastated areas. They then traveled to New York, where the next phase of their learning experience kicked in.
Well, they asked me if I could just come share some stuff. I've done a lot of things just by virtue of what my job is. This place gave a lot to me, and I wanted to try to give a little bit back. I'm not.
He's like giving us critiques and all that stuff, so it's very valuable. I don't think anywhere else you can get this experience. Like, you have somebody come out here for like a week and teach you about things that really go on out there, like give you the actual blunt things that go on with the news.
Oh, this is definitely an amazing experience for me as an Ole Miss student. Taking his class and getting the knowledge that he's gotten through his experiences, I just hope that I can add it to my life and really succeed the way he has.
I can't wait to see their work and find out what it is that they're going to accomplish and watch them grow and make us proud.
It was awesome. I was working in the programming department, and what I basically did, like my day-to-day tasks were getting games ready to re-air. And so a typical day for me would be showing up at the office about 11 a.m., getting an assignment of games or DVDs or VHSs, and because they all work off of VHSs basically. And so a typical day I would show up about 11 a.m., I'd get my assignments, and I would get those ready to re-air.
I'm Corey Tees, joined by Stephen Quinn and David Hinson live from Cowboy Stadium. The Ole Miss Rebels were able to defend their Cotton Bowl Classic title with a 21-7 victory over the Oklahoma State Cowboys just a few moments ago. Guys, this really isn't the game we expected it to be.
No, obviously both teams have a lot of offensive prowess. For Oklahoma State, Des Bryant was missing, but still, Coach Nutt said in his press conference, he expected this high-scoring game. That's definitely not what we saw.
Getting my face painted here with the Memphis Red Hots outside AutoZone Park. What can you say?
Welcome back. Now we'll go over to Elizabeth Gouge for a special interview with author Taya O'Brett about her new book, The Tiger's Wife. Elizabeth?
Thanks, Sid. Now, Taya, I've got to say first and foremost, it's such an honor to have you in the studio. You have done so much. You're only a few years older than myself, and you've already have a book. Talk about making me feel lazy. Now, where did some of this inspiration come from?
Well, I'm originally from former Yugoslavia, and that's a lot of what the book is about.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind?
Have you ever decided you wanted to leave the country while still taking classes? Well, here's your chance to go. With the Study Abroad program at the University of Mississippi, you can work with journalism students and professionals all over the world in places like London, Argentina, Italy, and more. You can have the chance to experience how things are done in places outside of the U.S. You may even decide that you want to work overseas one day. However, work isn't all you do. There is still plenty of time to play and have fun too.
Shine just on the night.
Study abroad gives students, especially journalism students, I think it gives them a really wide range of opportunities of things to do and learn and see. And every one of my students came back with a sense of stories, of where stories are, how you can find them, where they are.
With Sue Weekly, it was called International Journalism 580. We stayed in Buenos Aires for 3 weeks and interviewed people and learned how to actually talk to people in a foreign language while you're American and still report on it.